What's up, y'all? So before we get into the video, I'm gonna make just a couple quick announcements. I promise I'll keep it quick because I did have a lot of comments asking me, ironically enough, the moment I shut off coaching. I cut off email and phone call coaching just because honestly, y'all, I was getting overwhelmed and I want to do something that is more beneficial, something that is easier for me to maintain. So I will be rolling out a new coaching program starting November 1st. Just make sure you check the community post tab because I'll post information about it in there once I finalize the new coaching. But what I will let you know is I will only be taking about 3 to 5 clients per month, and it will be a 4-week coaching program. And then every month I'll reopen it for new people to join. Aside from that, I am also going to be restructuring my membership, and I will be posting that information also maybe on the last week of October. So November 1st, my restructured membership will go into effect, but I really want that to be the main form of coaching. I want that to be my form of group coaching. And just some benefits that kind of already exist now, but I'm just rebranding them and just making them better. So stay tuned if you are interested in like group coaching or anything like that, because the benefits will be refreshed, they'll be better, and I'm going to roll all that out November 1st. If you have any questions about coaching, questions about the membership, you can definitely leave them in the comments below. I will be sure to respond to them for you. Other than that, if you haven't downloaded the free Manifest My Dream Life ebook or joined the free Discord community, the link for both of those is going to be in the description below, so make sure you check that out. Other than that, let's go ahead and get into the video. So every now and then I will ask y'all, is there anything you want me to talk about, any videos you want me to make? Sometimes it helps spark inspiration for me, and genuinely I just like to answer y'all's questions and help you as well. And I did get this question, so I'm going to read it and then I'm going to talk about it, okay? The question that I got was, I would love a video about manifesting when you don't feel safe in your 3D, considering it can take you out of your desire pretty easily. And I'm pretty sure there is a good number of people that experience something like that on a daily basis. Just not feeling comfortable in your 3D when you're manifesting something. You may be in a situation where you are manifesting yourself out of the most uncomfortable situation, but that uncomfortable situation is in your face every single day. You may have an uncomfortable living situation and you desire to live by yourself, but you're surrounded by so many annoying people that are loud and you just have no peace, no privacy. You may desire to have more money and all you keep ending up with is financial situations. There's a number of things that could be stressing you out or triggering you in your 3D reality. And how do you cope with that? And they also left the cutest note. How do you cope with that, or how do you deal with it besides binging my videos? So this is going to be my response to that. And I'm going to start off with reminding you about Neville Goddard's story. So if y'all don't know about Neville Goddard's story of him being, and forgive me because I may get some of my details wrong, I just remember the gist of the story, but he was in the army or the military, something of that nature, right? Didn't want to be there, not what he wanted to do, and he wanted to get out. But we all know that is the main assumption, is that's kind of hard to get out of once you're in it. And so Abdullah, who he learned from, basically told him, as you're falling asleep at night, just visualize yourself not being there. And basically every night, that's what Neville did, despite the circumstances, despite his 3D being so annoying to the point of him not wanting to be there, right? The total opposite of what he was wanting. He sat down, laid down on his way to sleep, and was just visualizing. I can't remember what he was visualizing, but let's just say he was visualizing being free, being released, not being in the army, okay? I will actually go and find the link to maybe this story written out or this story being told. I feel like he told this story on a YouTube audio because I've heard it several times, but I'll find the link and I'll put it in the description below so you can actually go and listen to it yourself and not just listen to me parrot it. But he basically got released. Okay. And I feel like it's a great story because despite the circumstances, despite almost feeling trapped, and society and your environment telling you you can't leave, you can't get out, and you're stuck here, he was able to be released. He was able to get out. I don't remember what the circumstances were or the unfoldings that happened to allow him to be released. But the point is he was released. And the point of that is you can also free yourself from whatever reality that you are experiencing. Now, the question is, how do you cope with stuff like that? How do you deal with stuff like that when the reality is just so overbearing? And some people might not like my answer, but I feel like it does take regulating your nervous system. I do feel like it takes, because when you're in spaces of being stressed out, overstimulated, anxious, those are feelings and emotions that we feel, and we feel them to be real. They are absolutely a manifestation of our own thoughts. They are a manifestation from our own environment. You can be thinking the same things over and over. You can be stressed about the same things over and over. And your feelings and emotions are a manifestation. They are a byproduct of your thoughts. So finding a way to regulate your nervous system, I feel like, is going to be something that is very beneficial for you. Once upon a time, my reality looked the total opposite of what I wanted, and I was broken into pieces. And I literally, how did I cope with my reality? I stood in the mirror, and I guess you can call it mirror work, because I stood in the mirror and I repeated my affirmations over and over and over to myself. I literally did robotic affirmations all the time. I did meditations all the time, just meditating and visualizing, just to calm my nerves, to calm the stress and anxiety that I was feeling. And I don't like to use those words because it's all just a feeling that we feel. You know what I mean? It's just a feeling that you're feeling that is opposite of what you would want to experience, basically. So to give you actual things, you can do mirror work, standing in the mirror, repeating your affirmations, or talking to yourself, because I used to talk to myself and tell myself, everything is going to be okay. Everything is perfectly fine. You're going to make it through this. Everything is going to work out. Everything always works out. Standing in the mirror and talking to yourself literally helps. It's just you looking at you, talking to you, and really picking yourself up off the ground, or getting yourself out of that anxious state of being. Remember, anything that you're experiencing is a state of being. It is just a state of being, and your reality, your 3D that has got you frazzled, is just a state of being. It is a reflection of a previous version of yourself, a previous state that you were in. And to get out of that state, you have to maintain a new state. And you maintain a new state by using your techniques, by repetition, by consistency, by discipline, which is why I created my consistency and discipline workshop, because it's meant to keep you on that momentum of showing up as this new version of yourself every single day. At the end of the day, with the manifestation, that is the most important thing. You have to show up as a different version every day. You cannot continue to feed into whatever you're seeing, whatever you're experiencing, no matter how hard it may seem. It only seems hard because you're telling yourself that it's hard, or you're just feeling like it's hard, which in my opinion is still you confirming that it's hard through your thought. EFT tapping is another good one. You can do the EFT tapping. There are videos on YouTube on how to do EFT tapping. I'm sure there's videos on TikTok of it too, where you're tapping different pulse points, and you can either tap in safe words, you can tap out things that no longer serve you, you can tap in your affirmations, whatever resonates with you, because I feel like there's no right or wrong way to do that. Some people use EFT tapping as a release. Some people use EFT tapping to repeat and affirm. But at the end of the day, it does calm and relax you. And that's what you want to do when you feel frazzled by your 3D. I feel like learning how to calm yourself, is going to be the best. If you are in a situation where like your living situation is not the best, and you just cannot have peace and quiet, and you cannot affirm to yourself, find a way to leave. Find a way to go for a walk, go to the park, go to the library, go to a coffee shop, go to the mall. Like, find somewhere that you feel safe, find somewhere that you can have peace, find somewhere that has a nice ambiance. Depending on where you all live, like, there are arboretums and botanical gardens. Those are so beautiful to go to. They are just like big parks with lots of flowers and stuff on them. Go somewhere like that and just go sit in nature, go sit by the water if you can. Find ways to relax, because the more you allow yourself to get frazzled or to get triggered by your 3D, you're just confirming, sorry y'all, I always hit my microphone. You're just confirming that what you don't want is there. And if I can leave you with anything, it would be this: your subconscious mind does not have eyes. Your subconscious mind cannot see a single thing. Your subconscious mind only knows what you tell it. It only knows what you tell it through you speaking, through your thoughts, through your imagination and your visualizations, through whatever you're writing, because even though you're writing it, you're still thinking it. That is how you communicate with your subconscious. And your subconscious is like your little blind best friend that is waiting to cheer you on and give you whatever it is that you are telling it you want. And you're telling it you want stuff by repeating it. So just imagine if we keep repeating, my life is so difficult, my life is so stressful, my living environment sucks, I'm just paranoid, I'm disturbed by my 3D, I'm anxious about my 3D, it keeps distracting me. Your subconscious is like, okay, let's continue to have more experiences like this. But the moment you respond differently, no matter what it is, and trust me, y'all, I've been in situations where it's like your reality looks like shit. It just looks like shit. And it's almost to the point of, how could I think something differently when I'm so triggered by what is going on right now? You have to find that little piece of fire, that God version of you that lives within you. You have to tap into that. And I can't necessarily tell you how to tap into that, but listen to yourself. Listen to your inner voice, okay? If that inner voice is saying something negative, that's not the inner voice that you want to align with. That is the ego talking from current circumstances. That voice that is telling you to keep going no matter what. That voice that is telling you to ignore what you're seeing. That voice that is telling you that it's going to be okay, that it's already done and everything is working in your favor. That's the voice that you want to listen to. And I felt that for myself when I've been in certain situations, and there was just a piece of me that just knew I couldn't give up, I couldn't let go, I couldn't be stuck in what I was seeing, I couldn't allow my 3D to keep affecting me, because I knew it was going to keep me stuck there. It was like this knowing that I had, in this like very faint voice in my own tone of, you can't stay here, you know better, you know what you need to do. You know that you need to affirm. You know that you need to focus elsewhere. Like, I could feel it, but hear it, if that makes sense. And that's what you have to do. I understand things come up. I understand things are triggering. Things are traumatic. Those things happen and they change you. I've had so many happen to me and they've changed me every single time. Every single time. And I don't want to say that we experience trauma to like evolve and get better, but in my case, that's what's happened. So I can speak for myself, and if anybody resonates with that, you can definitely leave a comment below. But any traumatic experience that I've had, I have grown and evolved from it, and I've only gotten better. And although the traumatic experiences weren't the best, I still am okay with going through them. I'm still okay with having experienced it, because had I not, maybe I wouldn't be as conscious as I am. Maybe I wouldn't be as open as I am. Maybe I wouldn't be as understanding and perceiving life the way that I do had I not gone through the things that I went through. So the things that you're going through right now, the things that you're experiencing, look at them as an opportunity for you to grow. Look at them as an opportunity for you to be a more evolved and greater version of yourself. Tap into your highest being every single day. Okay. Learn how to tap into that using whatever technique you like. But learn to talk to yourself in a way that is like God speaking to you, because you are literally God. Okay. Speak to yourself in that way. Know that you are a powerful being. Know that everything and all the power lives within you and lives inside of you. All right. And when you can tap into that and you can consistently maintain that as your identity, that's who you are permanently. That's just who you consistently choose to be. Your reality absolutely will move. Things will fall apart. Things will break if they have to bring you exactly what it is that you want. My next video next week is going to kind of tie into this last statement that I just made. So make sure you come back to watch next week's video. My videos come every Friday at noon, but I intend that this video helps you in some type of way. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below for me. Other than that, if you watch this video until the end, I appreciate you so much, and I will see y'all in the next video.